and then functions. The relation ones are super easy, but I find that people forget how to do them because they are so easy. So please don't forget. These are relations because they're a set of ordered pairs. That's how you know the difference between a relation and like a function has f of x equals something. So relations are a set of ordered pairs. So all you do for the inverse is swap x and y. So for example, this first coordinate point, what's my x?
T.
So that will become my, or excuse me, what's my y on this one? 10. That will become my x. And your y will become -9. You just swap them. That's all. So the next one would be, and the next one? That's it. That's how you find the inverse of a relation. You just swap x and y. That simple. Just don't forget it. That's what people forget, is because it's so simple. Just go ahead and do 2 on your own, and then I'll call on people for like the ordered pairs. Shouldn't take but a second. Bless you.
Bless you, bro.
These things? Alright, Daniel, my first coordinate point. Very good. Carolina, my next one. Good. Cody, my next one. Take your earbuds out. Leave them out. Next one.
What were you on?
It's all fun and games till we can't do it on the test. And y'all shouldn't be laughing. I don't laugh at y'all when y'all don't know what to do I? Nope, I sure don't. Because that would be mean. Alright, Gracie, my last one. Thank you. Alright, so then that's relations with ordered pairs. For functions, the first step's the same, swap x and y. But do you see, first of all, do you see an x in this function? It's beside the 2. Do you see a y? But f of x is just a fancy word for y. They mean the same thing. So this is our y right here. This is our x. You'd swap out the whole thing. So it's y equals 2x minus 5. And you can rewrite it. That's probably easier for us to deal with. So first step, swap x and y. The second step is just solve for y. And what does it mean to solve for a letter?
Take out other.
Nope. Nope. How do I know, like, in this equation? Alright, how would I solve for x here? So how do I know that I've solved for x? It's by itself. We know that we've solved for it because it's by itself on one side of the equal sign. Alright. So swap x and y, the first step. So all I will do, instead of y right here, I'll write x. Instead of 2x, I'll write 2y. You just literally swap them. Don't change anything beside it. You just swap them. Alright, now we need to solve for y. So how would I solve for y here? Add 5. Good. Alright, can we add x and 5?
No.
So how would I write that? Very good. And what else do I need to get rid of? Good. Divide everything by 2. Can I divide x by 2? Can I divide 5 by 2? Nope. So you just leave it. And on this side, 2 divided by 2? Very good. Is y by itself? Yes. So this is the inverse of this function. And I'll show you how to check that in a minute. Questions about that? Alright, first step on number 2 is to what? Swap x and y. So instead of this, I will write... Okay, we can rewrite it first. That's fine. Have I swapped x and y though? Alright, so tell me how that would look. X equals... Good. Don't change anything. Just wherever there's a y, you write x. Where there's an x, you write y. Alright, I need to get y by itself. What do I need to get rid of first? The 3. The 3 is what's making it a fraction, right? So right now y is being divided by 3, so we would multiply by 3.
Does it make a difference because it's bigger than 1 for each, right?
Well, if we can't just add 4 to both sides because this is 4 over 3, we'd have to add 4 over 3 to both sides. And then we'd still have y over 3. So it's better to get rid of the fraction first. Alright, so on the left side we would have what? On the right side? Yes. Why didn't I have to distribute the 3? Good. Alright, now how do I solve for y? Add 4. So y equals?
3x plus 4.
Perfect. We have solved for y, so these two are inverse functions of one another. Alright, flip it. Try number... No, it's okay. We'll do these together. These are kind of weird. Alright, tell me the first step. So... Alright, next. Okay. Next. Add 8. That's what I would do. So on the left side? Nope. Very good. Can't add them if they're not like terms. Next. You could divide everything by 5/3. Wouldn't that be kind of messy over here? So what's... Yes. Multiply by the... Close. Reciprocal. Good. Which is what here? Negative, right? And why would we want to do that? And we'll just get what on this side? Go ahead. On this side we'd have negative 3 over 5x. Let's put this 8 over 1. That way we won't get confused. What's on top? Negative 24. On bottom? Very good. That's it. So these are inverses. Questions about that? Alright, Taylor, tell me the first step in number 4.
You gotta swap, right?
Okay, go ahead.
How do you want to say it?
Yep.
X equals y squared plus 4.
Good. Alright, Summer, tell me the next step. Okay. Lucas, tell me the next step. Good. Okay, so we're trying to get y by itself. The opposite of squaring something is what? Square rooting something. Alright, so what's the square root of y squared? Can we take the square root of x minus 4? Nope. So we just leave it underneath. Very good. Yes.
Never mind. No, because you can't do that.
Okay. Talking about just taking the square root of this?
Yeah.
They're like together. It's a good question. Any other ones? Alright, so y'all feel comfortable with finding the inverse of something? Then let's try it. Find the inverse of this function. This, you can put this as number 5. Find the inverse. I'll call on somebody in a second. Aaron, what's the inverse? Anybody have anything different? Everybody had x plus 2? Very good. I don't need to go over it, right? Alright, moving on. So, this is how you check these, what we're about to do. They're going to give you 2 functions and say, are they inverses, yes or no? So, to find it, you have to find f of g, which y'all know how to do, hopefully. Some of y'all still don't because your checkpoint says so, but hopefully this will help. This will help. Alright, you have to find f of g and g of f, and then they both have to equal x. Not the same thing. They both have to equal x. And if they do, then they are inverse functions. If one of them equals like 1, if you find like f of g and it equals 1, or x plus 1, or x plus 5, or anything else but x, you can stop there and say no, they're not inverse functions. So you only have to do both of them. If one of them's x, then find this one, because this one might not always be x. Alright, let's start with f of g of x. Which one am I rewriting? F. Good. And tell me how to rewrite that. 3 parentheses minus 3. Good. This will help you with your checkpoint, I promise. You rewrite the first function, f. What am I going to put in parentheses? This entire thing. 1/3 x plus 4, the entire function. And then from here we got to clean it up by doing what? Okay, so what's 3 times 1/3? 1 what?
X.
Good. 3 times 4? Minus 3, so it'd be 12 plus 9. Do I have to do the other one? Nope, because is this x? Nope, this is x plus 9. So no, these are not inverses of one another. Questions? Alright. And it doesn't matter which one you find first. Do y'all want to just do f of g or g of f for this one? Okay. So which function am I rewriting? G. So it'd be square root of all over. Very good. What am I putting in the parentheses? Very good. Alright, what should I do first here? So are we adding them or are we distributing the one? Adding them. Yes. Go ahead.
The parentheses are there, but they're not really separating them.
Nope.
So can you just take the square root?
Yeah, well you can take them out of parentheses. Clean it up first before we take the square root. So the ones cancel. The 2's cancel, so we'll have square root of what? X squared, which is x. Good. Now we have to find f of g of x, because sometimes the first one will give you x, but the last one won't, so you have to check both of them. So which function am I rewriting? So tell me how that would look. And what am I putting in parentheses? Almost, yes. Okay. Where should we start here? The parentheses. We can't do anything inside, so then we move to exponents, right? What happens if I take the square root of something and square it? What cancels? Yes, because aren't they opposite, square root and squaring something? So mark out this, mark out this. Now we can multiply, right? What happens to the 2's? And we'll have, which is? Very good. So are these inverses? Yes, they are. Questions about that? It'll be 50-50 for your grade. Flip it. Now you are doing 1 through 3 on your own. Just finding the inverse, not checking anything. Doing 1 through 3 on your own. 2, 3, good. Alright, let's start reviewing. Who wants to give me their final answer for number 1? Go ahead, David.
X plus 6 over 4.
Do you have something different, Ashton?
Oh, I got the same thing.
Okay. You could have had this if you split it up, 1 over 4x plus 3 over 2. You don't have to split it up. Some of y'all had x over 4. That's fine, too. Do I need to go over this one? Yes. No? Did you have a question about this one?
I was just going to do 2.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it y equals 3 or x plus 6?
Anybody have anything different? This is wrong. I'm just playing. It's good. You had something different? Aaron? Do you have something different? Did you have x minus 3 or something? Yeah. Alright, anybody want to tell me their answer for number 3?
Y equals 3 over 2x plus 3.
Anybody have anything different? Yes. Alright, then y'all tell me where to start.
Swap the X and the Y.
Okay, so how'd that look?
X equals
And then I would add 1, and then
is a reciprocal.
reciprocal of what?
3 over 2.
Which would make, good, so 3 over 2 times x, 1 times 3 over 2, and these would cancel.
The light bulb going on.
What?
Light bulbs.
Oh, okay. Your homework is 27 through 29. I'd like you to go ahead and get started. But with these, let me tell y'all something. To determine if they're inverses or not, you can find f of g and g of f, and they both have to equal what? But what's a different way you could do this?
Could you just solve for the x?
Can you do what we just did?
Yes, you could do what you just did with one of them, right? Like find the inverse of 2x plus 3, and it should equal what? 2x minus 3. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Unless you need practice with this. But you can just find the inverse of one of them, and it should match up with the other one, if you did it right. Go ahead and do those 3.
We only have to do one problem for every single one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Do you want to finish our checkpoint or we should?
Yeah, you can either work on your checkpoint or your homework, whichever one. Is that what you do? The workshop, you just need to be across all that.
Eight boxes, so I was wondering if I needed to be here next period or if I could help.
learning new chapters.
Okay.
Go ahead and pack it up. Don't forget those 3 for homework.
You walk in the door with that big He's not his own shoes, No, he walked in the door.
I look at the door and he looks like this. With no emotion. What is mine?
Do not take your checkpoints with you, put them in the bin if you're not going to hold them. Yes, come in here if you didn't know.
No, I'm not against it. I look back to it again.